What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the homestead. Is this even real life right now? It's the end of January and it is 54 degrees in central Illinois. Man, I am loving this right now. So yesterday we officially moved the chicks out of the basement into the brooder out in the garage. So let me show you them. They're getting big. So this is the chick setup that I have. It's just an old watering trowel with a homemade lid there that I just put a light over the top. But there they are. Getting nice and big there, as you can see. I do have the brooder still at the angle because it is kind of cold nights, but I will soon put them on the stand and stand it up so it's just a heating source for them. Got their water, got their food, and they got lots of room to kind of jump and fly around. So they've been nice and happy, getting plenty of exercise and running around this whole cage and scratching around, being chickens. So I'm going to start another batch of chicks here real soon in the incubator, but I'm kind of waiting to and looking for some good show quality eggs so that we can hatch some show quality chicks around here for Noah to show at 4-H this year. But if I don't find any quality hatching eggs here soon, then I'll just probably load up the incubator with some of my own barnyard mixes here again, just to stock up for more this coming year. Want to expand and get more. I have a lot of people that like to get eggs off of me. I got the farm road stand out front, so I would like to be able to keep that nice and loaded. So I want to get close to 50 chick hens around here. So right now I'm sitting at about 30. And of course, the one problem you have when you incubate your own eggs is you get a lot of roosters. At least I get a lot of roosters. I tend to have like almost 75% rooster rate. So then, I got to hatch out quite a bit of eggs to really get plenty of hens. And then I just cull off all my roosters and turn them into, canned chicken meat and chicken broth. But it's so beautiful out right now. I figured we could kind of take a stroll and I could show you my back property where all the deer hang out and where I'm going to be, what my plans are for this coming year and the coming years to be able to hunt back here. Now, as I walk my property back here, I only have 7.34 acres and it's very shotgun, like right here, if I turn around, right on the other side of those trees, there is my neighbor's house. And then over here, on the other side of those trees is a wheat field, and then there's a house right there on the other side of the wheat field there. So all of these neighborhoods here, or these plots here, are all about 7.5 acres that they just cut off into parcels and turned it into like big plot kind of subdivision. So I have it goes about 600 yards deep. So I cut some trails here that I walk down, and I go to the very back of the property where all my deer hang out. So that's the garage of my neighbor right there. So you can see my property line is right where the trees are and where it's kind of mowed. They've leased out all of their land and their plot. It's all the same shotgun property all the way straight back. They leased all of that for wheat. And same with that plot over there. He actually bought 7 plots, or 3 plots of 7 acres each. So he put one on that side, one in the middle, and then the closer one. And he built his house in the middle one. So that's 3 big plots. So you got about 20 acres of wheat right there next to me, and then I'm sandwiched right here with all these evergreens, overgrowth, See all the little evergreens I got growing out here. You can see my trails that I made with my four-wheeler and my lawnmower. So as we're walking up here, that oak tree right there is where my trail cam is. And that's where they hang out and I get all my pictures. But you can see right there, there's all these prints. So they come around here, but you can also see how sandy it is. And all over out here, I have all these prickly pear cacti. And now it's January, so these are all dormant for the winter, but they will stand up straight, get very prickly, and be a real pain in the arse. But tracks everywhere. So this is kind of the back end of my property here. Those trees right there I own, and on the other side of those trees is a cornfield. And then if you look right over there, the trees get thick on that. There's all the woods back there. And that's where the deer live. And this is where they come and hang out and eat the acorns. They're all through here. So this is where I'm going to build my food plot. This is where I'm going to put a watering hole. But my biggest issue that I have right now is, look how open this is. I mean, it's just way too open for them to come out during the daytime. Now, I don't know if you can see it too well, but I built a blind right there. So this is my blind. I built it so they can start getting used to it, kind of knowing it's there. And here's the trail. My house is right down that way, so I can sneak up the trail this way and come right into the blind. And I have a perfect spot right there where they go. So this will be a big open area. So I have to somehow find a way to fill in all of this where it's nice and open, and all of this. And I just want to leave an open area right here with a food plot, a couple fruit trees, and a watering hole, and then plant cover all through here. But planting back here is going to be a real challenge because, like I showed you, it's all sandy. I mean, it's so sandy that cacti grows out here. It's pretty much a desert, and it goes up to kind of to an incline towards the back of the property. All this back here is pretty much blow sand. It's pretty much just like going to a beach. So I'm really going to have a challenge ahead of me with finding water. I'm going to try a Sandpoint well. I'm going to see if I can hit a water table. From what my research is, a Sandpoint well can only go about 30 feet max. So I have to be able to hit a water table within 30 feet. So I'm gonna try and go there first. And if I can get a Sandpoint well out here and hit a water table, then I'm able to water everything out here. It'll make a huge difference. But I'm still gonna have to import a lot of topsoil. I'm gonna have to be bringing in compost, and I'm gonna have to fertilize back here the best I can. So I really do have a challenge ahead of me, but I'm willing to take on the challenge. Now, the other challenge that I have too is I'm gonna have to figure out what's the best stuff to grow here. Growing in this sand, finding out what can grow good and what can't. I know I have up front some invasive honeysuckle. I'm going to try and transplant some of that back here because that bushes out real good and creates cover. So I'm going to try and plant some of that out here. And then something else I've recently learned about is giant miscanthus or switchgrass. So I know that takes a while to establish and get going, but it can grow 6-8 feet, and it's real full and creates a good cover. So if I can create good cover here and make them feel safe and covered when they come right up to this tree, and there's some fruit trees and a food plot, I mean, this is going to be a deer haven. But that's all a work in progress, and that's going to take years in the making. So go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already, and you can see me build this from the scratch. You see where it's like now and what it'll be in a few years when I'm taking out deer. And I'll even show you guys some of the deer that are coming through here. All right, let's head back to the front of the property to the actual homestead and let's check on eggs. All right, well, there are no eggs in the nesting boxes, and this one is the only one that's really been used, and I've only noticed 2 chickens actually using it. Let's go check the coop over here where they always lay. There they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So only 6 today. So that white one is my blue egg layer. And she's the one that I see up in the kitty litter nesting boxes. Shut up! This dude's days are numbered. He's been charging us lately and been a real a-hole. That he's going to freezer camp soon, boy. All right, well, I'm going to get these eggs inside. And thanks for stopping by the homestead with me this week and taking the tour and showing you around. And like, subscribe, follow. I really appreciate all the support, and you can see how that land will eventually be a deer haven. Thanks for stopping by the homestead, guys. We'll see you next week. Later.